Hi everyone. If you log into your Windows PC using a local account and somehow get locked out and don't seem to have any way to get around it because you never created a password reset disk, then please continue watching this video to find out how you can reset your login password. But before I proceed, let me guess. You probably have tried doing it using a method that claims to require no additional tool or software to do it. You might have tried to reboot your PC to the Windows recovery environment from this login screen, and then try to open the command prompt from there. But as you can see here, Windows RE will still ask you for your password, which is rightly so, because otherwise it would be so easy for anyone to break into your PC. So it's basically back to square. So how do we get around the security barrier? The most common method is to use a Windows bootable media to boot your PC into Windows RE and gain access to your Windows drive. And that is what I'm going to show you in this tutorial. And please be clear that the version of Windows on the bootable media does not need to be the same as that of your PC's Windows. It can even be of different operating system, as long as it allows you to boot your PC and gain full access to your Windows drive. For this tutorial, I'm using a Windows 11 bootable flash drive to reset the login password of my Windows 10 laptop. Alright, let's get started. So first, if you don't have any yet, create a Windows bootable flash drive. You may follow the instructions in my other video to create one. Once you have your bootable media, plug it in, and then restart your PC to the boot menu. To enter the boot menu, immediately after the restart, or once your PC brand logo appears, press and hold your PC's boot menu key on the keyboard, which could be the F10 or the Escape key. For my Asus laptop, it's the Escape key. On the boot menu, select your bootable media, whose name usually starts with UFI, and then press Enter. On the first Windows Setup Wizard dialog, simply click Next, and then click Repair your computer. Now click Troubleshoot, and then Command Prompt. On the command prompt, type BCD edit followed by a vertical bar, and then followed by Find OS Device, and then press Enter. It should return your Windows partitions drive letter. Now type your Windows drive letter followed by a colon, and then press Enter. Then type CD Windows /System32. Alright, now we're going to temporarily rename a file named utilman.exe, located in the System32 folder, and then rename the cmd.exe, also located in the same folder, to utilman.exe. This utilman.exe is the Windows Utility Manager app that is launched when we click the Ease of Access button on the login screen. So by renaming the command prompt apps file to utilman.exe, we trick Windows to open the command prompt when we click the Ease of Access button. So first, type in utilman.exe, space utilman_.exe, and then press Enter. Now rename cmd.exe to utilman.exe. Alright, the first part is done. Now close the command prompt, and then click Continue. Your PC will boot normally, and you will be back to the login screen. Now on your login screen, click the Ease of Access button. Because we have tricked Windows by renaming the command prompt to utilman.exe, clicking this button will now open the command prompt with admin privilege. Now type netuser followed by your Windows username, and then the new password, and then press Enter. Alright, so your login password has been successfully reset. So now close the command prompt, and then log in with a new password. Alright, now the last step is to rename the command prompt and the utility manager back to their original names. We will need the Windows bootable media one more time to reboot the computer to the Windows RE. So restart your PC and repeat the exact same steps as we did earlier. Now rename utilman.exe back to cmd.exe. Then rename utilman_.exe back to utilman.exe. Once done, close the command prompt, and then click Continue. Alright, so that's how to reset Windows password. I hope you find this tutorial useful, and thank you for watching.